Hi guys, this is Nagla. I'm here with a monthly reading for the masculine energies. This reading is going to be for the month of November 2016. So it will explain the amount of energies that are coming into the masculine perspective at this time. This is going to be a reading about what I feel and see that the masculine is going to go through for the month of November. I'm using three different decks. I'm using the Vintage Wisdom Oracle card by Victoria Mosley, and those cards are going to exemplify the general healing energies, or what the energies that the masculine are going to be influenced by at this time. I'm also picking cards from Doreen Virtues, the Romance Angel Oracle cards, and those cards are going to exemplify the romance side of the masculine at this time. And then pulled up a couple of really nice cards from the Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue. And these cards are going to exemplify the finance and career side of what's happening in the masculine at this time. It was quite interesting. The first card that we got for the masculine energies for November is the card Awakening. So, and it really just goes with everything else that it's happening right now, which is really affecting the masculine energies. So, what I pick up with this card is, and it's really quite simple and quite um, really understandable from that card, which is Awakening. And what I'm feeling is this month of November is going to be an important month for a lot of masculine energies, that they're going to start to see their awakening. Awakening means that they are going to be becoming more and more in tune with their soul. Really, the term awakening in itself is means that someone is starting to pay attention to their soul. So masculine energies for a very long time have been kind of dormant, or taking a secondary lead position, or not really being in the forefront along the feminine energies. This is not just to say that they are not doing their job, but in fact their presence in that second lead, or they're present in a dormant kind of state, is really to support the feminine energies, so the feminine energies can find their way and come to the forefront with everything that the feminine energies can be. So really, the masculine at this time is allowing the feminine energies to have that time to grow and to fulfill the urges of the soul at this time. But with the month of November coming, the masculine energies are ready to come forward. And I know in other channels that I did, and especially in the month of August, the archangels have been talking about the masculine energies coming forward and fully coming forward. So really, the month of November is like a game shifter in a way, or the shift that is happening is going to be a stronger shift than other shifts that we've been going through. So definitely, many of them are going to start to see and feel their soul speaking to them. They're going to understand that they have to honor their soul and honor their soul's desire before they can actually move forward. There's no longer a time when they can decide that their ego, or whatever their ego or the society has been choosing for them, works for them anymore. So it's a time of interesting realizations for them. The the second card that came for the masculine is the card Playfulness, and I know that I get this card a lot, but it really exemplifies what's happening with the masculine energies. And if you look at this card, there's a lot of butterflies, and there's a lot of happiness and joy coming into this card. And with the previous card, Awakening, my feelings with the masculine is that it's not about playfulness as having fun in that sense, but this card is really is about self-care. The masculine are going to find themselves at a time when they need self-care, which means that they are going to pay attention to their bodies. They're going to be paying attention to their physical health. They're going to be paying attention to what they actually need to really honor their physical sense. So with this card, some of them are going to realize that they need to sleep better. Some of them are going to realize that they need to exercise. Some of them are going to realize that they need to be outdoors. Some of them are going to realize that they need to care for themselves. Like honor how they feel about themselves, whether it is to have better nutrition, or um, have do massages, or go to the gym more often. And also it's self-care from the sense of emotional wellness. So it's not just about their physical appearance, it's a lot about the physical sense of their wellness, but also it's about their spiritual wellness. So this card is about the masculine honoring their spiritual wellness and their physical wellness. And of course, with the butterflies means that it's a transformational time for them. The third card, which is, I know I love this card itself, it's the Union card. When it comes to the Union card, and especially in this reading, and especially with the energies that are happening right now, and as the masculine awaken more and more into their soul, the Union card would exemplifies the union in self. So as the masculine work towards fulfilling their soul's desires, work to honor their soul's desires, they're going to find themselves at a time when they're actually achieving union with self. And this card also exemplifies, and it definitely pulls towards the union with another individual, which is a relationship. So there's a relationship that they're going to be honoring right now. So as they finally start to see themselves at a much better light, they are starting to love themselves and care for themselves with a lot of wellness into their spiritual lives and into their physical lives. And of course, in the background of what's happening, all the energy shifts that they're going through is awakening. They're going to find themselves in that union. And that union is about a union with themselves. And as they come closer to themselves, see what happens with union with self is that you come back to who you are and come back to yourself as a soul. And when this happens, you realize who is your soul's mate. It could be your soulmate connection. It could be your twin flame connection. It could be just a better union with your loved one, or the person who is in your life, or the people around you. So it's a beautiful, beautiful confirmation for the masculine that they are on the right track. And as they honor their souls and honor their bodies, union will be achieved in all senses. When it comes to the emotional and romantic life of the masculine, two cards pop up for the masculine. The first card is you deserve love. Let me read it really quickly. You are lovable. So I think it just ties in exactly with the messages coming for the masculine in the month of November, which is for them to see themselves worthy. And I know in a lot of the readings I do for the masculine is for them to see themselves worthy of being spiritual connections, worthy of them being loved on a spiritual sense, loved for who they are and what they are, without what the ego and what the society wants to push them towards, is that they deserve to be loved for everything that they are unconditionally. So this card is telling the masculine that it's a reminder in the romantic life to always remember that they deserve to be loved. There's no one in this world really deserves not to be loved. We all deserve to be loved. And especially for the masculine, I'm sensing a lot of them are in karmic connections or in relationships that are not worthy of their higher self. So it's a reminder for them to honor their soul and honor their choices, and that they don't have to be in connections or in relationships or a mundane marriage because they are not honoring their souls, and they know that they're not worthy of something like that. They're worthy of much more. They're worthy to be told that they are loved every day. So this is about the masculine. The other card that came for them in the romantic side of what's happening right now is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So this is about their positive vibration. This card reminds them as they find themselves deserving of love, and that they can find love in the person they're supposed to be with. This card tells them that as they align their vibration with the vibration of love, or the vibration of their soul, they're going to be attracting that romantic lover, or that person who actually speaks to their soul. Not attracting them in the sense that 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 person is suddenly going to realize that they are there, and that they are the viable connection to them. But really, this card is about vibrations aligning. It's about them aligning with the vibration of that perfect lover that they're meant to be with. So really, this card, or this romantic side of the reading, is about much higher vibrations, which is happiness vibration, because they're going to start to feel themselves in the right environment, in the right situation that is best for them and is best for their higher selves. When it comes to careers and finances, I've got two very interesting cards. The first one is the Five of Water. So let me read that really quickly. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, and crying over spilled milk. The Suit of Water in these cards are exemplifying emotions, or deep hidden emotions about their worthiness in a job. So some of them maybe are changing jobs, or realizing that they have reached a dead end in their job. So they're working in a career or a job or a situation with their finances, that they've realized that they have come to the end of it. It's not going anywhere. This is not going anywhere, and they find themselves really sad about the time they've wasted in that situation, or wasted on trying to build something that is not buildable, or is not for their highest good. But again, this card, especially with the number 5, is about change, is about positive change. It's about us making decisions to create a positive change that we want to have in our lives. And I feel with this card that the masculine need to understand that that opportunities are out there. Really, this card is about opportunities, that whatever they are and whatever they are leaving behind is just a step forward for them. It is a step forward for them. It's a positive step for them to realize what's close to their hearts and what's close to their emotions. And the second card that came is the King of Air. And let me read it. Brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. And my feelings with this card, and especially with the previous card, is that they need to speak the truth when it comes to their jobs, when it comes to their careers and their finances. So if they feel that they're not being worthy in a job, that they're not being treated with their amount of worthiness, then they need to speak their mind, and they need to speak their truth and become their authentic self. Like, they can't hide anymore that they are unhappy. If they are unhappy, they have to seek options to get them out of their unhappiness, even if it means that all they need to do is just take a positive step and maybe talk to their boss, or their manager, or their supervisor, and tell them, I don't feel appreciated here in this place, or it's time for me to get a promotion because I work really, really hard. Again, this card is just a reminder that all they need to do is just to speak their truth, and then if they need help and they need guidance, then they have to seek that guidance from someone that they trust, and someone who can actually give them really good advice. Sometimes we seek advice from people that are just around us, but when someone needs advice, they draw there. I mean, my advice is to go to someone who knows how it feels, or they have created success in their own lives, so they can actually give you advice from experience, not advice from books, or not advice from something imaginary, or from something that they read. But I personally see with this card is that they have to go to someone who is leading by example. So this card is again telling them leading by example, and I don't know why this sentence is coming right now to mind, is leading by example. So whatever that they need to change, they have to lead by example, and also seeking advice or seeking guidance from someone who's leading by example, that they are fully honoring the advice that they're giving. Like, if they need advice when it comes to careers and finances, that they seek advice from someone who's actually achieved much in their lives. Not even in romance, for example, that they have love and they have that wisdom that they can support them with. So the main message for November, really, for our masculine energies, or the masculine even within us, is this is a month where it's going to be amazing energy for anyone and everyone who's seeking to make change in their lives. Sometimes change is all around us, but all what we need is to fully go ahead and grab that change with our hands. See, rewards are there for those who actually do the work, not for those who sit down and wait for the miracle to come from heaven to us. Sometimes all what we need is to pray or to have positive vibration, positive aligned vibration with everything that we need. We have to become the change that we are seeking, actually, in a way. If we are seeking others to know how worthy we are, then we have to find ourselves in a situation where we know how worthy we are. So again, I guess the word leading by example is really the theme for this reading, for our masculine energies, is that honoring our souls and honoring who we are as individuals and seeing that we deserve love in every step, that if we can't enjoy where we are today, then we have to seek the change by ourselves. We have to move forward towards that change. And we have to envision the change. We have to align ourselves with the vibration of change. Because change is always possible, and right now the energy will support change that is for our highest good. This is the time where both masculine and feminine energies can actually seek out positive steps forward towards the change that is for our highest good. With this, I hope you're enjoying the fall colors behind me. It's quite interesting that we're seeing the fall colors right now when it was all green. But fall is a representation of change, and this month is about change. This reading is about leading by example, and I wish the masculine a beautiful month, and a month of positive changes in themselves and positive changes in their environment, for whatever is going to help them achieve union in self and union with their loved ones. With this, I hope you enjoy the reading. Please check my Facebook page, Danglers Gardens of Wisdom. I usually channel a lot of things on it, and it's for the collective of the spiritual community, not just for Twin Flames. And with this, I hope you enjoy a beautiful month. I hope you enjoy a beautiful 11/11. Thank you. Talk to you soon.